follow with 𝗘𝗱𝒄𝒆𝒏𝒄𝒆𝒓 𝑨𝒘𝒂𝒓𝒅 U19. My name is Yugon Kim, and
my name is Julian Lee.
our team name is KFC Benefit. Our team has two members, Yugon and
Julian.
Yugon is 6 years old and
Julian is 12 years old.
We attend the PLAYWELL in South of Korea. It is second time for Yugon and
it's the first time for Julian.
We are competing in the U19 CoSpace Rescue 2023 Asia Pacific Cup. We first attend in coloring games and depositing. Our main tool was the color sensor. It allowed us to detect the gen and the deposit area. The main method we used was the 𝑹𝑪𝑨𝑷 eating the sphere object. Our expectation score was 2,500, and we want to be at least in the top 5.
So this is a recorded version of our game, and we will explain shortly about our tactics. First, as you can see, we are trying to gain as many gems in the right-hand area. And we set a code to restrict the robots from eating more than 2 objects of the same colors. In order to gain the RRGGBB bonus points, we had to do that. But the problem, as you can see here, was that the robots only was in the right-hand side and did not go into the deposit area. And if they did, they went in for a very short time.
Good.
Yeah.
Step 1, Word 1. This map is difficult to deposit using a valuable exists. Therefore, it is necessary to improve the turn wheel of the wheel or make values available to deposit. Step 2, Word 2. Word 2 is hard to eat, deposit, and store object as whole unless you set coordinate. Word 2 has to use coordinates to prevent the robot from leaving because the wall does not exist. RGB is important because you can export objects from Word 2.
And we will tell you about our strategies and innovation solutions. So as you saw in the video, we try to get to 2 objects for each colors, but the main problem was that the robots kept on circling the same area and not entering the deposit zone. So as an innovative solution, we try to use XY coordinate method. So you could be wondering that how did we use the RRGGBB method and what it actually is. As mentioned before, we use the RRGGBB as our primary main method to gain more points, and we followed the RRGB tactic by the diagram that I'll show you right now. When the robot is looking for object, if it's loaded red is more than 2, it ignores all the red objects. And if the cyan is more than 2, it ignores all cyans. And if it's black is more than 2, it ignores all blacks. And once RRGGBB is fully loaded, it goes around looking for the deposit. We ignored red when we already had two red, and the same for other colors. As you can see in this diagram, we had a complicated list of what we could do and how we would program the robot to do when it has more red or more cyan or more 2 for plex. So we said that our innovative solution was using coordinates, and we will tell you how to use coordinates. So we used the coordinate tactics not only for the deposit zone, but to lead our robots into where the black, red, and cyan gems were at their most. Since it was for depositing, we set out a condition saying to use this method after we gained at least 4 objects. Since it was very complicated since it also involved compasses. We applied the knowledge gained to our real world by saying that the robots looked a lot like the Mars rovers. As you can see in this picture, it has also a sensor and some wheels. Mars rovers can also use ultrasonic sensors and color sensors to move, and it can detect interesting objects and send a picture to Earth. Also, the coordinates could tell them where a crater is located and inform them to avoid the craters. When we were summarizing the rule books, I used Quillbot to summarize the rule books and to understand better. So what we gained from this RoboCup as Asia Pacific 2023 was that we found out about making variables and using coordinates in other languages rather than Python. And also it was a good experience for us because we learned a lot about how robots work and how to code them.
Thank you.